Welcome to our Lesson 10 of Introduction to IT for Business course. Today, we will create a simple website using HTML. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It is the standard markup language for creating web pages. HTML elements tell the browser how to display the content. On the screen, you can see simple HTML document. The doctype HTML declaration defines that this document is an HTML5 document. The HTML element is the root element of an HTML page. The head element contains meta information about the HTML page. The title element specifies a title for the HTML page. The body element defines the document's body and is a container for all the visible contents such as headings, paragraphs, images, hyperlinks, tables, lists, and so on. The H1 element defines a large heading. The P element defines a paragraph. An HTML element is defined by a start tag, some content, and an end tag. The HTML element is everything from the start tag to the end tag. Web browsers. The purpose of a web browser, whether it's Chrome, Edge, Firefox, Safari, is to read HTML documents and display them correctly. A browser does not display the HTML tags, but uses them to determine how to display the document. To create an HTML file, you can use Notepad or text editor. Open Notepad or some other editor. Write some code and save it with an HTML extension, like index.html. After saving, you can view this document by double-clicking and it will open in a browser. HTML basics. So we already know that HTML document must start with the document type declaration doctype HTML. The HTML document itself begins with HTML and ends with corresponding tag. The visible part of the HTML document is between body tags. The doctype HTML declaration defines that this document is an HTML5 document. The HTML headings are defined with the H1 to H6 tags. H1 defines the most important heading, H6 defines the least important heading. Links are defined like this. The link's destination is specified in the href attribute. Images are defined with the img tag. The source file src, alternative text, width and height are provided as attributes. For paragraphs, use p tag. If you want to create a line break between text, write br tag. HTML attributes. And HTML elements can have attributes. They provide additional information about elements and are always specified in the start tag. For example, the A tag defines a hyperlink. The href attribute specifies the URL of the page the link goes to. The img tag is used to embed an image in an HTML page. The src attribute specifies the path to the image to be displayed. The width and height attributes specify width and height of the image respectively. The ALT attribute specifies an alternate text for an image if the image for some reason cannot be displayed. The style attribute is used to add styles to an element such as color, font, size, and more. The lang attribute, lang, in HTML tag is very important. You should always include it to declare the language of the web page. This is meant to assist search engines and browsers. Headings. Headings are important. Search engines use the headings to index the structure and content of your web pages. Users often skim a page by its headings. It is important to use headings to show the document structure. H1 headings should be used for main headings, followed by H2 headings, then less important H3, and so on. HTML tables. HTML tables allow web developers to arrange data into rows and columns. The table tag defines an HTML table. Each table row is defined with the tr tag. Each table header is defined with the th tag. Each table data or cell is defined with the td tag. By default, the text in th elements are bold and centered. By default, the text in td elements are regular and left-aligned. HTML lists. HTML lists allow web developers to group a set of related items in lists. There are three types of lists: unordered, ordered, and description. An unordered list starts with the ul tag. Each list item starts with the li tag. The list items will be marked with bullets, small block circles, by default. An ordered list starts with the ol tag. Each list item starts with the li tag. The list items will be marked with numbers by default. A description list is a list of terms with the description of each item. The dl tag defines the description list, the dt tag defines the term, name, and the dd tag describes each term. Now that you know some of the basic HTML elements, let's create a simple website. Let's assume that we have received an order from a travel agency that organizes tours to Niagara Falls. Now that you know some of the basic HTML elements, let's create a simple website. Let's assume that we have received an order from a travel agency that organizes tours to Niagara Falls. We start by defining that this is HTML5 document by typing doctype HTML. Make sure you open this doctype word with exclamation mark. Everything that you want to see in your website must be defined within opening and closing HTML tags. Every website has head, body. In the head, we write metadata like title, and in the body, we write elements visible to viewers. Firstly, let's use h1 tag for the main heading. And h3 tag to define the less important heading. We will use paragraph tag to write some information about Niagara Falls. After that, let's insert an image. In the src attribute, you write the path to the image. The alt attribute is used to show the text if the image is not displayed. Let's now define a link for our website. Using this link, the viewers will be able to click on it to order a tour. For now, let's just link to the Google website. And finally, let's define a bulleted list to enlist the sightseeings that the tour has to offer. Now, by pressing the Run button, you can see the final website. On your right-hand side, you can see the website that you have just created. Dear students, today you have learned the simple elements of HTML. There are also many other elements of this language, HTML, which you can learn on your own. You can now use these elements to create your own website. Creating websites gives a competitive advantage for any specialist. You can, for example, create your own online resume using these HTML skills. On the next lecture, we will learn styles to make your website more sophisticated and pleasantly looking for the viewers. Thank you very much. Thank you for your attention. We will have our Q&A session during our lessons. Please check your timetable. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please feel free to email them to me. Thank you very much. Bye for now.